The Amazing Podcast is brought to you by Average to Amazing. Join the movement and get your amazing shirt today. You can shop online at www.averageToAmazin.com. Thank you. Your support is greatly appreciated.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Charles Oglesby, also known as Todd Millionaire. I want to personally invite you to join our Todd Capital Business Development Mastermind. This mastermind is kicking butt. We have weekly accountability sessions. We're setting goals. We're making sure that we're hitting our targets. We have over 20 lectures from the likes of Living Rent Free, Andre Hassett, Erica Williams, The Wealth Dad. The list goes on and on. We're providing value. We want to get you to a 6 or 7 figure business. If you're somebody who has a business idea, hasn't yet launched it, or you just launched it and you're looking to take it to the next level, we want to work with you to help you take that business to the next level. I look forward to seeing you. Click the link in the bio and let's kill it.
One misconception that people have with social media is that whatever you post online, that now belongs to social media. Whatever you post, it belongs to social media. So even if your page is private, it don't even matter. It belongs to social media because, it can now be screenshotted, shared, etc. It's a lot of people that have gone viral that didn't want to go viral, that, weren't trying to go viral. It just happens,
3, 2, 1, roll 5.
It's time to help you unlock your greatness and be amazing. That's it. This is the Amazing Podcast. And we're featuring the amazing stories of entrepreneurs, creatives, and business owners sharing their journey to being amazing. That's right. Average to Amazing presents the Amazing Podcast. And now, here's your host.
Talk to him.
Mr. Amazing himself.
Don't move. Keep it locked.
You already know.
Henry Goss.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Amazing Podcast, where we help you unlock your greatness and be amazing. I'm your host, Henry Amazing, and of course, we're back with another amazing episode. I have an amazing gentleman that's going to come on and give some game, especially for those of you who may struggle, with your social media strategy or with content creation. So we're going to dive all the way into that. But Luke, go ahead. Introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do.
I am Luke Hamilton. I was just talking to somebody about this earlier about how it's a long list, but systems engineer. I'm in grad school for Master's of Public Policy and Administration. I'm an actor on the side, a model, content creator, social media influencer, investor. I just closed my first investment property on Monday. I host parties, host events. And someone told me earlier I'm a future home.
What you say? You're a future what?
Future home flipper.
Most definitely. I see that for you. Luke, I know you are an engineer by day, but at night you are like a beast when it comes to social media. You've really built some very, very large followings on multiple pages. So I'll say, take us to the beginning. Like, where did your just passion for social media start?
The beginning. So, I guess you could say that. I'm gonna just start with Instagram. I was thinking about wait, social media, we talking about MySpace and Black Planet. I don't think I got to go back that far. So Instagram, 2012, 2013, that's when I first, officially got on Instagram. And, it was just for fun at first. Followers grew a little bit here and there. Page ended up getting deleted. My very first page ended up getting deleted because I was on some young Q-Dog stuff. So, but my second page after that, it was kind of like a game changer for me. I, got all my followers back from, linking up to Facebook. And then I started doing this thing where I would have like a shout out for shout out Saturday where, we would just a couple, friends, whatever, would just shout each other out for followers. And, get my followers up. But then I just started, from there, paying attention to how other people are using social media. From being and using hashtags, from using hashtags, I would notice that certain people would, like my pictures first every time I would use a certain hashtag. So I just reached out to a few people and, found out about different ways. I ain't trying to get too deep on this about that, but nonetheless, I just started using hashtags to elevate my following. And from hashtags, I went to shout outs with bigger pages that were had similar followings to me. I had about maybe 14K at the time. So from shout outs to, paying for advertisements, and through these shout outs funneled, different pages here and there just in case, my current page would get shut down. And here I am today with 4 Instagram pages. The I Love got Duke Hamilton. That's like a personal page / up and coming fitness modeling page. Luke Hamilton, that's my main page. Got my stories going, relationship comedy, and whatever else on there. And effective thinking, that's mental health, self-care days, and anything just surrounded around mental health. And the I Love page, if I said it, I did in Jackson State.
Yeah, I definitely want to give a shout out to the I Love page because it was very, very instrumental in just my growth on social. So, for people that don't know, I currently have 10,000 followers on Instagram. I'm at 5,192 followers as of this morning on Twitter. But I've been very, very intentional about just growing my following. And one way I did that was during my time in Jackson State, when I was when I was actually on the yard, I used the I Love page to help bring, followers, because it's not just Jackson State people that follow the I Love.
Definitely.
And I'll say one thing for anyone who is just, first off, if you have a brand or a business, just know that awareness is king. You want as many eyes on your product or your service or your business in general. You want as many eyes as possible. So it is a very strategic move to leverage other pages. I know in my own personal experience, again, like I said, I've used the I Love page, but I've also used other pages and actually paid for ads where they posted me for a short time. And, I got the awareness, the attention, and there have been times where I even made some sales. So I definitely want to get that out, and just whoever's listening, just let you know that it is very strategic to leverage other people's platforms and pages, even if you have to pay. Because, again, it's better. I would rather pay to get on a page that has a following of 10, 20, 30, 40,000 followers, and they have an engaged following. It's not all just bots and stuff, but it's a true engaged following. I would pay whatever it takes to get on that, because again, exposure is everything, and you want as many eyes on your product, service, or business as possible. What's up, everybody? I know you're enjoying the show. I just want to take a moment to give a shout out to our amazing song of the week, Trey Solo featuring Dear Silas, Fort My Night. Make sure you go stream and support. Enjoy.
You ain't reaching to the front of it, like filthy. Run my life like a pacifist. Let me beat it like an activist. For my life, take a break, a banner. For my night, make it rain like a banner. She don't wanna see me in the city, want no drama. Every night I'm grinding, they don't see me like Wakanda. Better cheese for the go to Dalai Lama. Every time I hit it, home they add a comma.
Yes, that was Fort My Night by Trey Solo featuring Dear Silas. Make sure you go stream that. It's available everywhere. Now, let's get back to the show. I guess, walk us through how you manage your day job with everything you do with social. Because I know, again, by day, you're an engineer, so, you have those obligations. And, you're in school as well. So you're an engineer, you're a student, and crushing on social. So how do you manage it all?
I just maximize my time. It's no such thing as downtime for me. It's no such thing as being bored for me. Just maximize my time, do as much as I can with the time that I have. So if that means, doing a few things at the same time, then, doing a few things at the same time. If I'm, I don't know, getting up and going for a drink of water to the bathroom or, whatever, just maximizing my time, really, that's the best way to put it.
Got you. So let's go back to, well, I'm going to cut that, but what are, just because I've seen you crush it with your content creation, especially on TikTok. Like, it seems like all your TikToks go viral. So, like, what would you say is the secret to going viral, if there's a secret at all?
I'm still trying to figure out the secret myself. You just got to give the people what they like. First, you got to figure out what kind of audience you have. You got to figure out what kind of niche, like, you have, what kind of audience you have, and just kind of continue going after what your audience likes. I have a relationship page, and, my followers seem to really like the cute and cuddly stuff. Like my most recent video that went viral, it was about that mid-sleep hug that people do, when they're like cuddling, at night. Maybe they've like separated in bed or whatever, but when they just kind of like, whenever he like pulls you closer, things of that nature. And I mean, the beauty about TikTok that a lot of people on Instagram don't really understand, and a lot of people on other social media platforms, is that, it's literally like a think tank for all types of content. It's a think tank, and also you can post the same exact type of content that somebody else has done, and it can still go viral. And it's okay to post the same type of content, like literally everything the same. You mouthing the same words that somebody else is mouthing. It's, perfectly okay. That's just the nature of TikTok. And that's literally what I did with that video. Like, I, did what maybe 10, 15, 20 dozen other people were doing. And I don't know if anybody else's got the same type of clout that mine did, but mine went like crazy viral. It's sitting at like 4.8 million right now. At least the last time I looked at it, it was 4.8 million views. And it's even gotten to the point where other people are making their own videos of that video. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with TikTok and familiar with this feature that they have on there called Stitch.
Yep.
But, it's like they take our video and like stitch like a little extra part of whatever they want to record to the back of it. And, people are making that go crazy right now. Crazy. But, yeah.
Man, I'll say, because in my ebook, like the Amazing Playbook, where I give just my social media strategy, well, but I'm gonna cut that. But where I give my social media strategy, I know one thing that I learned and that I encourage people to do, especially if they're trying to take their social media serious, like, and then, because of course you can use social media for play, or you can use it, as a tool. Like, yeah, I'm gonna re-say that because that's a bar. But you can either use social media as a toy, or you can use it as a tool. So there are some people that get on social media, they scroll, and they just consume. Whereas I use social media as a tool, and I produce content that's, shareable, valuable, and that, really engages people. However, in order to truly be effective with using it as a tool, I believe that you need to post consistently. Like, you honestly have to look at yourself as a media machine. And whereas you don't have to physically or manually be posting every single time, your page should always be running. So I always encourage people to go or to post 5 to 7 times a day on whatever platform they're trying to really grow. And I would say for you, what have been some things, or what have been some just tactics you've used to help you be a consistent content creator?
Content creation days, just set aside a day or like maybe a couple hours and just record a bunch of content. That's what I tell people all the time. Record a bunch of content on one sitting. And that way you have now, pieces of content that can last for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on how often you post, which at least should be at the very least once a day. I mean, feel free to take time if you need to, I know it's, definitely like self-care to, take time away from social media, but, when you own it, be on it at least once a day. But yeah. Set aside time.
So, and I guess I'm going to hop back because, well, this is me thinking, but I'm going to connect this with what we talked about earlier. But I guess in your journey, just as a creative and content creator, have you ever leveraged the strategy of, paying for ads or, shout out pages or anything like that? Because I know you do, you offer that, but have you taken that for yourself and utilize it? And if so, what was the outcome for you?
It always depends, you got to make sure that, well, to answer your question, yes, I've leveraged that before. I think I even might have been on the Shade Room before. I'm not sure when it was when it had a lot fewer followers, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. But for the people that are, listening, make sure that, you actually go on make sure that you're able to see what kind of, I don't know, it's hard to say. I was going to say to make sure that you see that the page has engagement, but sometimes even a page with engagement, they just might not vibe with your content depending on what it is. You never know. But yeah, I've definitely used that before, and it's definitely helped me tremendously. Some pages, didn't help at all, but some pages definitely did. I think it's definitely worth it to try.
Got you. So I'll say, because I know when it comes to paying for promo, there are some people that they don't they don't understand it, or they just simply don't agree with it. What would you say to someone who is trying to grow their brand, but yet they don't see the opportunity in leveraging other people's pages and paying for promo?
I would tell them to look at other people that are profiting from it. Like I mentioned my boy earlier, but I didn't say his name, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I gotta shout him out because he put me on. But my boy Cake King, he graduated from Jackson State Sigma. He makes great cakes, and he's a super entrepreneur. But he is very consistent with his promo, and he inspires me to, be consistent with mine. And he's one of the reasons that I just, kind of recently started doing this $20 48-hour promo on all of my pages. Because he brings in, I was trying to see if it's okay if I even put a number out there that, but he's bringing in a lot of money, and you can tell just by looking at his page. I mean, I can put out the number because you can go on his page and tell. Like whenever he does his $20 promo, you can see all of the business that he's shouting out. And if you just add that up, $20 per post. Like if you, like I think I counted like maybe. No, I didn't count. He counted for me because he made a whole he made a whole post about it, saying that he had over 200 businesses participate in his $20 48-hour challenge, 48-hour promo. So
that's
that's $2,000. $2,000 for posting, a picture and a caption, with their tag. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting good. He's giving these people good results. He posts, the results, I guess, whenever they hit him up and say like, oh my God, thank you. You got me such and such followers and things of that nature. So, it's definitely worth it, but you just gotta pay attention to what other people are doing. The people that are, actually carrying out these promos. Like, you think the Shade Room is just posting Fashion Nova ads every day just because? Nah, they getting paid. And that's, just one of the biggest things about having a lot of followers on social media is that you have power. You have power to, make it a system, a money tool. Like we were talking earlier about tools and toys, like, you got to realize what kind of power you have in your hands when you got followers. I mean, even with 5,000 followers, you ain't got to have a K behind your follower amount. You can still make money with 5,000. People just got to realize, what they have and what they can do with what they have. It's a lot of people posting and tagging, businesses for free. Just because they got stuff on, they wearing the latest Fashion Nova, they wearing the latest, I don't know, just big name brand clothing. When you tag their name in a photo, they're making money from that. That's advertisement. When you mention anything about a brand online, that's advertisement, and that's kind of the unfortunate truth that that one person on Twitter had to find out when they was talking about the I Love paid charging for shout outs, because it was through her I was able to gain like 2 or 3 customers off of her, just talking bad about us charging for shout outs. But hey, and I was like, hey, I mean, now now you get to see personally, for like firsthand, how just mentioning something online can be advertisement.
Thanks, man. Because honestly, I know, again, I've done the pay for promo, and it's funny because the first time you said the JSU alum, I already knew. I actually I participated in one of his recent $20 promos, and what's funny is I literally sold some shirts for doing that, which is interesting because one thing that you mentioned earlier that I definitely want to highlight is that when you do pay for promo, be strategic, because when you're leveraging a person's platform, you have to understand that the following that they've built is being centered around whatever it is they do. So, for instance, if for me, I know I'm entrepreneur, motivation, inspiration, like stuff like that. That's my niche. But I can't go to a person that has a page about punk rock bands, because their audience not really probably interested in entrepreneurial motivation, inspiration. They're interested in punk rock bands. So you have to be strategic with just paying for promo, and really just how you establish yourself on social media. Because
Can I
Oh, go
interject?
ahead. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think how I think the best way for people to leverage in that way would be for them to participate in content creation when it comes to um, that type of promo. So, like maybe you do talk about entrepreneurship and everything like that, but and that they have this punk rock band, but maybe the punk rock band, in order to appeal to their audience, they can speak about what you're speaking about, but in a song to their fans. So that way, that way the punk rock band is actually preaching the ideals that you carry, but in a way that their audience can understand. Because, like I said, I do a lot of relationship comedy stuff and fashion, things of that nature. I did a really, really dope video for this cookie company. They kind of like literally just gave me full creative content, full creative control. And it was just like, here, I got these 4 sets of cookies, and these 4 names, unique names for them. And I was like, okay, bet. So I just thought to create 4 different outfits that can mirror in some sort of way the cookie names. So like, for instance, cookies and cream cheesecake was one of them. So I, went to Fashion Nova and I got this really dope outfit, like a black t-shirt, tie-dye, white jacket with like paint stains on it. And I forgot what the bottoms were, but needless to say, I mean, I kind of carried out the vision pretty well. It got some good engagement on social media, and the company, they loved it. So it's all about being creative. It's ways that you can definitely get your information out there. You just have to you got to deal with a content creator that can actually like creatively position your brand in a way that their followers can understand.
Got you. That's a bar. That is a bar. Man. Because I'm just sitting here thinking, like, when you took, like, I guess my scenario and like with the punk rock band, like, I was just sitting here thinking, like, man, that makes sense. Like, and then my mind even started thinking of other ways. I think also that for content creators or people who want, well, honestly, everybody's a content creator, whether they realize it or not. It's just that the people who label themselves as that and actually produce the people who label themselves as content creators and consistently put out content, that's why, I don't even know how I'm going to cut that out. But yeah, everyone is a content creator, whether they realize it or not, because every single day that you get on social media and you put out a tweet, you make a post on Instagram or on TikTok or even Facebook, you're creating content that platform can use to bring, you're creating content that helps people stay using the platform. So it would be very advantageous of you to capitalize on that, because you can definitely get paid if you haven't realized from this conversation, you can definitely profit or monetize your social media. Because that's one thing I'm all about. Let me reset it, because that ain't. But I just believe that everyone should take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of them. So right now, Twitter is free, Instagram is free, TikTok is free, Facebook is free. Now, of course, we know the reason it's free is because these platforms sell ads to advertisers that pay lots and lots and lots of money to get their brand or their company in front of you. So the fact that it's free, I would encourage you to think about ways that you can monetize and capitalize on that. Because if there, lo and behold, became a day where you had to start paying to use these platforms, it's no telling what the social media world will be like. It's no telling. And it's funny though, because when you mentioned earlier when we were talking about like a person with, 5,000 followers, 10,000. It's so easy to start building a following. Literally, a person could literally create a profile today and go viral within a short amount of time, just because that's how social media works. Like, I remember one time on YouTube, there was a girl who like lived in her van. And I remember that was like her first video, I think she uploaded, and she went viral, like insanely viral. And I don't know what she's doing now, but I just remember seeing that. And it's just so much opportunity with social media that I think a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people understand just how much opportunity there is with social media. So I guess for you, what would you say is one misconception that people have with social media and or content creation?
So I'll start with social media. One misconception that people have with social media is that whatever you post online, that now belongs to social media. Whatever you post, it belongs to social media. So even if your page is private, it don't even matter. It belongs to social media because, it can now be screenshotted, shared, etc. It's a lot of people that have gone viral that didn't want to go viral, that, weren't trying to go viral. It just happens, but people just have to realize that, whatever kind of information you put out there, things of that nature. I don't know. I was gonna say it's something kind of funny. This girl I was talking to, I was out here in Orlando. I was asking her what part of the city she lived in. She didn't want to tell me, but at the same time, on her story, she's posting about what stores she's visiting, and what gym like she goes to. A lot of people like tag the places that they go to, and they check in on Facebook and all this kind of stuff, but they don't pay attention to the fact that people can look at this information and use it to their advantage. You go into the same gym all the time at a certain time every day. You always tag the place. You can go literally right there at the location, see where it is. Oh, she go to such and such gym at such and such time. Okay, I'm pull up. Like people pull up. People pull up. I've had people, do it. I mean, I feel like I've had people do it to me, or maybe they was in the same place with me at the same time, and just saw me post about, being there, and they was like, oh, okay, let me go see where he at. So whenever I am at a place, I don't post about where I am until I leave. I ain't trying to have them problems at all.
Thanks.
So I'll say that about social media, and then about content creation, misconception, the before and the after. Most people just see the content when it's on their feed, and that's it. They don't really take into the account the amount of time that it takes to create this content. In the very beginning, when you're trying to link up with 2 or 3 people that's supposed to be in your content, and somebody's talking about, oh, I can't make it last minute, and they're not even trying to like see if you all can reschedule or nothing. So that can be like a headache. The amount of time that it takes to create something, and it gets low engagement. Like you can spend hours making a certain piece of content. Video editing, that can take a lot of time. Even if you don't have like so many like special effects in it or whatever, like even if it's not top notch, still video editing can take a long time. And if it's not getting the engagement that you like, it can be nerve wracking. And then afterwards, misconception is that people don't take into the account of, when we say that we want you to like, comment, share, like it's because we put so much into this. We put so much into the content that we're doing. We want to see that, like I think somebody even made a video on TikTok. It's a very popular sound. Somebody said, don't forget about the little people when you blow up. Why? I mean, ain't that what you was doing? Forgetting about me when all I was doing was asking you for a like, comment, share?
That's true, though. That's true, because it literally costs $0 to support someone. Like it literally costs $0 to support your friends or a person that you're cool with on social media, because those shares, specifically the shares and the saves and the comments, it means so much for that platform. Because what, again, most people don't realize is, although, especially on Instagram, you may have 100 followers, 1,000 followers, 10, 100,000, whatever. Your whole following does not see every single thing you post. It's not like how it was in the beginning where everything was chronological. That's not how Instagram works. The way it works now, or at least to my understanding, and of course it changes so much, but the way it works now is when you post something, Instagram is like, okay, boom, we got a new post on the feed. All right, let's check and see how much engagement it's getting. We're going to show it to a small percentage of their following. Okay. That small percentage, they really engage with it. So this is some good stuff. This stuff is going to keep people on the platform. Let's shoot it out to the rest of their followers. So people got to understand that why, content creators, entrepreneurs, or business people, or whoever on social, like why we harp on the, like, comment, subscribe, share, etc. Because it's literally the only way that we can ensure that our content gets out there to the world. Well, at scale. But, man, I want to thank you for coming on the pod. But before you go, I definitely got to ask you the question that I ask all my guests, and that is, what makes you amazing?
What makes me amazing? I'm Black. That's the best way to put it. It can be dangerous at times, but it's lit.
Thank you for listening to the AMAZIN Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and follow us on all social media at the AMAZIN Podcast. We'll see you here next time.